Okay, so if you're having problems with floating an object, I've placed my bed here. This is what I'm going to try to float. I've started by putting a stage panel here, and it is pretty much just right next to the bed. And I'm going to start by trying to use a wooden loft piece to float it, because this is eventually what I would want to be putting it on anyway. So yeah, so you have to try to get it as low as possible, and some of this just depends on placement of everything. So you can use your character to change your perspective some. You just get different angles and such to try to get the loft piece low enough. It has to be hitting sort of a centerpiece on the object that you're trying to move. So the arrow basically. Uh yeah, so this doesn't have to be centered or anything when you're just trying to float the stuff. If it helps you to get it lower, you can put it like all the way out here. And it'll still work because it's still close enough to the middle. And I'm going to click and press escape. And there, it started floating. And then you would keep doing that over and over again. You have to put the loft back into your inventory every time, and then put it back out. So you see how that works. In the end, just watch the other video though. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. This is not a real tutorial. So watch the other video on how to end everything and finalize the placement and stuff. But this is just to help you get it off the ground if you're struggling. So yeah, you can place it anywhere along here. You can, if you had to, you can also move the loft piece. Not the loft piece, I mean the stage panel in different ways too. You can move it back, move it forward, or whatever. It's gonna help you. The loft piece is pretty large, so you can have if you had to, you can have this panel pretty far back and it'll still work. Yeah, so it's a lot of trial and error, just figuring out what'll let you get the loft piece the lowest. If you're still struggling, you can try to use the Riviera wall shelf. This is probably like the lowest object, so it can get pretty low. So this will help you on other objects too that are things like stools and stuff are difficult to float with the loft, but the Riviera wall shelf will help you out with that because it can get so much lower. But the problem with it is that it's not very wide, and you have to hit the middle-ish of the bed, right? So you can move the stage piece up, and then you can try it with something large like the bed. It's easy to kind of lose the wall shelf, so if you can, have it peek out from somewhere so that you can easily retarget it. Okay. And then you should, even if you just lift it off the ground once with your wall shelf, it'd probably make it a lot easier to just use your loft after that, but because now you don't have to be quite so low. I have a loft above this, so I'm not actually gonna fully finish this, and then I could, if I wanted to, finish it up. I'll put that away. I'm gonna move this. I'll just put that away too. Oh wait, never mind. My picture got stuck to my stage panel. And then I'll put this up. I might botch it. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so yeah, now my bed is lifted. To finalize that, it'll fall back down unless you rotate it, which is interesting. but like when you leave your room and come back, it'll be back on the ground. So don't forget that, because I forget it fairly frequently and it's the worst. Okay, that's it.